We opened this season in the name of entertainment, in the name of drama, in the name of violence, in the name of bass of every kind. I am talking about the type that will get us to drag each other, the kind that will get people to get angry. I am opening this new season to be a 10 over 10 minus nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, I am opening this new Big Brother season in the name of the Father and of the Son and of everything you believe in. Welcome everyone. Guys, you especially welcome to Big Brother Naija season 10, themed 10 over 10, and I am adding minus nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, yeah, I'm kind of excited because I have seen the female housemates already. Yes, remember, tonight is the first launch show, yeah, and then tomorrow we're gonna have the second launch show where we're gonna get to meet the male housemates, right? But I am excited already because there's already some sort of drama here and there, and I can't wait to dive into my first impression of these housemates here. But before I get into it, first off, I want to apologize to all of you that was actually expecting an expectations video from me. I know that this is something that I normally do every season, yes, but I did not get to do that this season, and a lot of you know why. For those of you that have been following my channel even after the last season of the show ended, I have said it time and time again that there's been just way too many disappointments of this Big Brother show. You know, aside the Bbnaija one, there's also the Big Brother South Africa franchise, you know, that was also quite disappointing, right? You know, you come up with expectations every season and your expectations are not necessarily met, not just as a viewer, but also as an analyst of the show. And so this season, I decided not to get my hopes too high. I decided not to get my expectations too high. I decided to let Big Brother surprise me. Let the housemates surprise me. Let production surprise me. Let you, the viewers, you watching this video right now, I want to see you surprise me. Yes, I want to see how this season goes. But this does not mean that I do not still have my expectations. I am definitely going to share those expectations in due course, all right? But for the purpose of this video, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something different, all right? I'm going to be sharing with you my first impression of all of these housemates, ranging from their intro video that was played out to us during the launch show and how they carry themselves on the stage tonight with Ebuka, or as Ebuka introduced them to us. I'm just giving you first impression, right? Because I don't know these people from Adam. I don't know them from anywhere. So we're going to look at what they said and how I view them already, all right? Then later on, let's say maybe 1 week later, we're now going to do a proper analysis of them, because by that time we all would have gotten to experience them for who they are, you know, maybe not entirely, but would have gotten to see who they are, you know, felt them, but more importantly experience them. And I want to beg you all for a favor, please. I beg, for those of you that enjoy saying, oh, I have seen my favor already, I have seen the winner, please throw that out of the window this season. This season, we are not choosing a winner in the first week. We're not doing that this season. This is the 10th season of Big Brother. It's supposed to be massive. It's supposed to be huge. And we want it to be better. All right. So no choosing of your fave this first week, or even the second week, or even the third week. Leave it till the 5th week. Let us enjoy the game. Let's enjoy the show, all right? But anyways, once again, you're all specially welcome. Thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah, and I call myself the girl with the tea. Now, without further ado, let's just get right into the video and meet the female housemates of Big Brother Naija season 10, 10 over 10 minus nothing. Now, beginning with the first housemate that we met tonight, her name is Zita. Ladies and gentlemen, first impression about Zita is that girl is a walking nutcase. She's like a crazy person. She's like a crazy person. She's like an I don't care sort of human. Like, whatever you see, you take. Whatever I give, you take. And ladies and gentlemen, I am here for it. I love that kind of energy. You know, she came in with this very, very feisty, this very, very energetic personality. And she was quite funny. Yes, I loved her sense of humor. She wowed the audience. That's the live studio audience. And I'm sure she also wowed us, the viewers watching from home, you know, by telling us that her parents does not even know that she's on the show. That her parents are going to be seeing her on the show for the first time. Like, they had no idea. So her brother is going to be showing her parents a video where she's telling them where she's going, and it's going to make her parents go crazy because her mom is a very, very religious person. And guys, it's giving problem child. It's giving problem child, and I am loving the energy already. But I don't want to get too excited because, you know, over the years, we've gotten overly excited, and then at the end of the day, we get disappointed because housemates do not live up to their expectations, right? So I'm just going to leave it at that, all right? Now, quickly moving on to the second housemate, Midday. Midday was giving, that's my first impression of Midday. Midday was giving slow poison. I'm very sweet. I'm a soft girl, but I am very, very lethal. I am very, very deadly. If you come to me, I will bite you and you will die. And ladies and gentlemen, Midday's facial expression all evening throughout the lunch show as housemates were getting introduced into the house has been sending the viewers on a laughing spree. Midday's facial expression is definitely going to make a meme this season. She's not even budging, you know, although she complained that her dress was quite tight, so she wasn't necessarily standing up to hug people. But then when the last housemate walked into the house, you know, she was standing already, but she hugged that person and she was quite happy to see that person. I don't know, but guys, Midday is actually giving soft girl energy. And she says she's a very huge flirt, and we just might find her in one or two ships this season. So are we going to be expecting a triangle from Midday or what? We'll see. Now, housemate number 3 is Sultana. Ladies and gentlemen, Sultana was giving demure. She was giving queenliness. She was giving calmness. And more interestingly about this personality of a female is that she is from the north. Ladies and gentlemen, we actually have 2 northern female housemates this season. And if you are Nigerian, you will know that that is actually a big deal because the northern people of Nigeria are very, very conservative, very conservative. You rarely, hardly see them on reality TV shows like Big Brother. So it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal. And I'm super excited because I want to see how much of those boundaries that comes with being a northern person, you know, how much of those boundaries she's willing to break to stay in the house, to capture the heart of the viewers, and to, more importantly, win the money. Yes. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she has to dish to us on the show. She wasn't really giving much. Yeah, she said we will see, so we will see. Now, quickly moving on to the next housemate, that is housemate number 4. Housemate number 4 is Doris. Now, Doris said whatever the housemates give to her, she would double it. Whatever energy they give to her, she would double it. I mean, Doris said that she has very, very tough palms because she was cutting grass for 6 years, I think in the village or wherever she grew up, yeah? And her hands are very, very tough, very hard. So, pow! If you do anyhow, pow! Now slap, like pow! And I found it quite hilarious, you know, but she also sold herself quite well. She said that she's a creative to the core. She's into acting. And then the corset she was wearing tonight, she painted it herself. And guys, I thought that was quite beautiful. It looked really good. However, I cannot wait to see all the drama that Doris has to give on the show this season because she's quite small, like petite, short, round, thick, akruka, and people like that, we know that sometimes they have very, very hot tempers. They do not take nonsense. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to see all the pow that Doris has to give. But then again, I doubt if she's going to go physical on anybody, because we know that that leads to automatic disqualification. But anyways, let us see how it goes. Now, quickly moving on to the next housemate. This next housemate is Big Soso. That is what she calls herself. She's a UK-based lawyer, has a restaurant, and has an NGO in Nigeria. Big Soso was given the energy of a no-nonsense person. I do not take bullshit. I do not tolerate your excesses. I do not take nonsense. If you give me nonsense, I give it back to you. She was given impatient energy. And according to her, she calls herself Big Soso because everything she does is big. In other words, the energy is big. However, she has a very, very calm demeanor. But looking at Big Soso on that stage tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing that came to my mind was this one has a tendency to explode quite early in the game because she looks kind of impatient. And it's exciting to see. Yeah, but anyways, that is just my first impression. Remember, we don't know these housemates from Adam. So what we saw first tonight, that is what we're talking about, all right? I would love to hear yours in the comment section below. Now, quickly, moving on. This next housemate was the first female housemate that really caught my attention. And this is because she shared a strategy. Although, it was kind of interesting because on our intro video, she shared the strategy, but then when she got to the stage, she said she's just being herself. She does not have a strategy. As a matter of fact, almost all the female housemates went on the stage tonight and they were saying that they're just going to be themselves. And I love the fact that Ebuka kept on asking them, what does being yourself mean to you? And this one is saying, oh, bold, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, back to Tracy. Tracy said that her strategy is going to be her learning other people's strategy and then using it against them. In other words, we're going to play your strategy together. So anything you do, we're going to do it together. And I think that is quite catchy. That is quite interesting, you know, and if she can pull that off, I'm going to love it because I love players. All right. Now, she also said that she's quite quirky. She's a foodie. She does not joke with her food. And so she's going to definitely have issues with people who will not take the wage as serious, because taking the wage as serious means that they will have food in the house. So she's probably going to get into a lot of fights because of food. And guys, we cannot wait to see it unfold. Now, next housemate is Ivata. Yes, the moment she mentioned that name, the first thing that came to my mind was the Avatar. Yeah, but this one is Ivata. That's her name. She's Nigerian, but was raised in South Africa. She's a single mom. I heard her responding to one of the housemates that her child is going to be clocking 18 sometime this year. I'm not really sure if that is what I heard, but she's a mom and she is tattooed from head to toe. She's very, very vivacious. She's got a lot of energy and she took that energy to the stage. Guys, I love that energy. However, I was kind of scared for her that this plenty energy that you have, I hope I'm going to see it unfold in the house, because, you know, we've seen a lot of housemates that come with so much raging energy on the stage. Oh, we're going to do this. At the end of the day, we don't really see much because the pressure of the house tends to get to them and then they become really subdued. So I don't know what you all think about Ivata, but I think she's got the typical reality TV show personality, and I cannot wait to see what she does with all of that energy. Now, quickly moving on to the next housemate, Sabrina. Sabrina came with the soft girl accent. Born as a princess by birth, according to her, it's going to be the rest of the housemates looking for how to match her energy. And I find that quite interesting. Yeah, because the moment she got into the house, she was all huggy, love and light. And I'm thinking, okay, we will see. We will see if you can hold your own or if you're going to end up getting intimidated by other people or personalities in the house. Gigi Jasmine is the next female housemate that was introduced to us tonight. She's a DJ, very demure, very mindful, very soft-spoken, well-spoken, and she was also the second female housemate that caught my attention tonight. Yes, because she also shared a strategy. According to her, she's going to be watching, she's going to be observing, she's going to be learning people's strategy, and then she's going to strike. I absolutely love that. Yes. But then the big question is, will she pull it off? And how is she going to execute it? Are we going to see any action at all? Or is it just going to be all talks and no action? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Now quickly moving on to the next one. Thelma. Thelma said that she is a boss babe. She has a son that is almost 2 years old. She's the life of the party. She loves to have fun. She loves to party like her life depends on it. And she was already talking about keeping all the housemates up, awake till night, till dawn, because they're going to be drinking and they're going to be partying till dawn. And I cannot wait to see how it goes, because it's not easy, you know, to be able to get all housemates, strangers, to do what you want on the very first night of meeting one another. So we're going to see how that works out. Now, quickly moving on to the next one, Emmy. Ladies and gentlemen, this one came with madness. And people say that she's the new trenches queen, that she has automatically dethroned Fina. And I totally agree. Because first things first, she said that she's going to be acting all throughout the season. She's going to be acting to love you. She's going to be acting to care about you. She's going to be acting. In other words, she's going to be pretending. And guys, I love it, because when people come and say, oh, I'm going to be myself. At least act a bit. Let us see your acting skill and how manipulative you can be. And she already said that she's going to be very vulnerable. But besides that, she already removed her wig the moment she walked into the house. She made a statement already, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to see how far that statement will get her in the game. This next female housemaid was giving Doyin. I don't know if you all remember Doyin from Level Up season from All Stars. Yes, she was giving Doyin. Now, she is a therapist. She studied, I think, social psychology. Yes, she understands human beings a lot. And her strategy is going to be that person that everybody goes to for support, maybe mental or emotional support, in the way that it's going to completely blind everyone else from putting her on the hot spot in terms of nominations or any other thing that might, you know, be detrimental to her game. Yes. So she's going to be that therapist that everybody goes to, but that does not mean that she's not going to give drama or chaos or action or whatever or entertainment. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait. Because I love players like that. So I cannot wait. Now quickly moving on to the next housemate, Isabella. Ladies and gentlemen, Isabella is chaos walking. First impression, chaos walking. She said that she's a seductress. She's in love with her body. She is very, very proud of her body. She's a single mom. Aside that, I'm looking for what she said. She said she lives for controversy. She enjoys controversy. She enjoys drama. She enjoys chaos. In other words, she can use her own hands to make it happen. Yeah. Also, she shared that she's not a girl's girl. Like, it's not like she's not a girl's girl, but she's a G. She prefers making friends with guys to girls. And so she's going to she's going to have a very, very strong bond with at least a guy or more. Yes, because she does not think that the females will understand her better than how the guys will, right? And ladies and gentlemen, she proved that the moment she walked in through those doors. The moment she walked into the house, she's, hi everyone, went to sit down, later on stood up and went upstairs, later went to the kitchen. It was like giving the middle finger to all the bitches in the house. It's like saying, F you all, I do not give a fuck about you all. I came for that 150 million naira, and yes, that's the cash prize. God help us. God help us this season. Female housemate we met tonight is called Joanna. She said that she is very, very layered. There's a lot more to her than meet the eyes. She is the soul of the party, not just the life of the party. She's the soul of the party. She likes money a lot. So she came for the money. She did not come for kumbaya. She came for the money. And ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we will see, or we shall see. We shall see. But anyways, last but not the least housemate that was introduced to us tonight, in other words, the last female housemate that was introduced to us tonight is Dede or Dede. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Dede. Can we just say that Dede is wonderfully made? She's beautiful. She's stunning. You know, she's a Gen Z baddie, according to what she calls herself. By the way, that dress that she was wearing tonight, I love it. Whoever knows the designer, please, I need the contact of that designer because I need that dress. That's my favorite color, white. I love the way it really enhanced a silhouette. But that aside, Dede said that she's a Gen Z baddie. She said that she wants to be the antagonist of the season. She loves drama. She lives for drama. And I found it quite interesting because she looks so calm. She looks very demure. So coming from someone that looks very chilled, like that, saying that she wants to give us drama, guys, I am all for it. All for it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for my first impression about the female housemate. As I said before, I'm going to do another video to properly analyze these housemates according to how we begin to experience them, all right? But in the meantime, these are my first impressions. I would love to hear yours, so please go ahead, share in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video soon. Thanks for watching and bye.